All right, guys, before I get into this today, I need to tell you I'm a little bit frustrated. I am frustrated today. And the reason I'm frustrated is mainly because of a video I watched. Somebody sent me a video. And while I do appreciate you sending the videos, sometimes when you're encumbered by what is happening and you don't see much change moving forward, it's very disheartening and it's very frustrating. We strive to be in a democracy within the state, within the country. At its most basic form, democracy means that our elected officials are somewhat subject to the will of the people. And it seems the complete opposite here. Things get done without the people's knowledge. And I'm really sick of it. I really and truly am. And the video that was sent to me is in regards to an arrest that ICE made, so on and so forth. But within the video, as you'll see, I might share the other video too. It just seems like this is okay. This is commonplace. We're following the law. But the fact is, the sanctuary policy's laws are broken. They are broken. 100% broken. There's too many loopholes for people that get arrested to get out, to be put back into society, to harm more people. So there's two truths to this. In one hand, is Massachusetts following the law? I think the answer is yes, and you're going to see some gentlemen talk about that. At least Massachusetts law, sanctuary city law. But in the other hand, are they also releasing violent criminals back onto the streets? And that answer is yes, too. And the only reason that that's happening is because the laws that we have in regards to sanctuary cities are effectively broken. And they do not prioritize the citizens of the state, at least not today, what is happening today or what has happened over the last few years. They're just not prioritizing citizens. Our lawmakers are not prioritizing citizens. Nobody here in office is prioritizing citizens unless it fits their agenda to some extent or their ideology, whatever it may be. So that's a little bit why I'm frustrated today. I'm going to share the video with you. But overall, anytime it deals with either, children getting hurt or elderly getting hurt or somebody that's compromised in some way, manner, or form getting hurt, it's hard to watch. And it's hard to watch because it makes me think, and I'm not sure if you guys think the same way that I do, but it makes me think, if that were so lax in this sector, which essentially has to deal with protecting the citizens of this state, what else is happening in the other sectors? If this is commonplace to just be releasing criminals back onto the street here, what else is happening on the back end? What else aren't we seeing? This is the stuff we're seeing. What's happening on the things that we can't see? And that, maybe I'm a little bit too deep in thought on that, but I think it's a reality that people should wake up to realize that if they're okay with this being publicized, what is really going on behind the scenes? It's very disheartening. It really and really truly is. And they should really be ashamed of themselves for these things. Let me just play the video for you.
Arrests of criminal illegal immigrants, including several with gang affiliations or violent histories. Many were put back on the streets thanks to sanctuary city policies. Bill Malusian is live in Los Angeles with more. Tell us about these guys, Bill.
Well, Dana, it's hard to believe there are any jurisdictions out there that wouldn't cooperate with ICE when it comes to illegal aliens charged with forcibly raping children. But in Massachusetts, it's just routine. Take a look at this case. ICE Boston just announcing they arrested this Guatemalan illegal alien charged in Massachusetts with 3 counts of aggravated child rape and 3 counts of forcible rape of a child. So the question is, why was he on the streets, right? Well, ICE says their detainer request on him was ignored by the Essex County Superior Court due to sanctuary policy. The locals released him into the community on bail without any notice to ICE. In a statement, the director of ICE Boston says in part, quote, Jose Fernando Perez has been charged with some horrific crimes against a minor in our Commonwealth. He is exactly the type of alien we are targeting with our worst first policy. He posed a significant danger to the children of Massachusetts, and we will not tolerate such a threat to our community. ICE Boston.
It's a sad state of affairs. I mean, I understand that. Actually, no, I don't understand. I really and truly don't understand. This shouldn't happen at all. It should not happen at all. There shouldn't be like a 0.1% chance of these things happening. And the reason that they're happening is Our last administration let all of these people come through, and they all flocked to sanctuary cities where they have some levels of protection due to the policies of those sanctuary cities. And this is the result. This is the result. And it's sickening. It's sickening to me.
Also announcing the arrest of this Turkish illegal alien charged in Massachusetts with assault and battery against an intellectually disabled person and witness intimidation. But ICE says their detainer on him was also ignored by the sanctuary city of Somerville. He had also been released into the public.
There you go.
Elsewhere around the U.S., ICE Seattle arrested this Salvador. Right, forget some sort of a catch here, right? Forget about Massachusetts.
This is where he talks about Massachusetts.
Talking to a law enforcement source in Massachusetts about the child rape case that I referenced, and I asked, there's got to be some sort of a catch here, right? Forget about cooperating with ICE. How does somebody charged with so many counts of aggravated, forcible child rape even get released on bail in the first place? The response I got was, quote, "Welcome to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts." We'll send it back to you.
Well, their final.
Could you believe these things? And then here, I just want to play. I hope I'm at the right spot, guys. They want to play this part because this is what WCVB reported on this. And of course, they have 1,400 views, and of course, the comments are turned off. Of course.
By law, the jail cannot hold on to.
Oh, here, hang on one second. I had this at 2 times. I listen to everything at 2 times speed, by the way. Here we go.
By law, the jail cannot hold on to you solely for ICE to come get you. So it is up to ICE to determine whether or not they have the manpower to go to these places and pick up these people. So it's not like the court is not doing their job or the jail are not doing their job. That's not the case.
They are doing their job, but their job is determined by a broken system. The job is determined by a broken system and broken policies. So as I said earlier, yes, they are following the law, but the law and the policy is broken. It's ridiculous. Somebody that is arrested for stuff like this should not be able to be put back out on the street. More importantly, they should be flagging or calling ICE or at least adhering to the detainer request so ICE could pick these criminals up. Why are we releasing them back onto the street? It doesn't make any sense to me. It makes sense to me to the point that they're following the law of the broken laws that were put in place. But if you guys are happy with these things, I just can't imagine how you would want this to happen in your backyard. And, it really leads me to believe that people are really asleep at what is happening because we live in a system where these criminals that look at this guy accused of some of the most heinous crimes are arrested only to be set free by local authorities. And technically, the local authorities are not doing anything wrong. Now, imagine for a second here that these individuals are not just any criminals, but they're illegal immigrants with violent histories and even some are affiliated with dangerous gangs and so on and so forth. It's unbelievable. And it's like I said, you would think these scenarios are hypothetical, but it's not. And it's happening right now. And it's really, really, really despicable. And you could thank your sanctuary city policies for that. You could thank the policies for that because they prevent law enforcement from cooperating with federal immigration authorities. And then there's consequences, as you just saw. Dangerous predators are put back onto the street, free to commit more crimes, often against the most vulnerable members of our communities. It should not be happening at all. There should be a 0% chance for these things to happen. And, these arrests, this should be a wake-up call. It should be a wake-up call for the lawmakers and the citizens alike. If you're watching this video, it should really be a wake-up call for you. And I really feel like the people just turn the other way when they see these things. Oh, that's an isolated incident. Yeah, it's isolated until it happens to you or your family. And then that's when you become concerned. That's realistically what happens here. And it's crazy when you know that these policies prioritize politics, or I should say political ideologies, over public safety. Innocent people, children, disabled, families, they all become collateral damage because of your politics. Period. End of story. Sanctuary city policies are meant to protect communities, okay? And instead, they're creating safe havens for people who pose some of the greatest threats within the community. So let me ask you a question here. How many more people, how many more victims, how many more children, how many more elderly will suffer before action is taken? How many? How many? The policymakers need to be held accountable for the decisions that they make. And I'm sick of prioritizing local politics over that public safety. I'm really fed up with this, guys. ICE and federal agencies can do only so much when their efforts are actively undermined by sanctuary city policies. So, how long will it take before something like this is going to happen to you or happen to one of your family members? How long? Or your friends or whatever it is. You need to wake up because this is a reality that we're all facing. And it leads me to believe that we are not living in a democracy. It leads me to believe that these people that are let's say, lawmakers, they're playing more politics than prioritizing the citizens of the state. Period. End of story, guys. I'm sorry I'm frustrated today, but when I watch these things, they really, really, really get to me. But that's it for today's video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.